Judo is a huge part of my life. I've been doing it since I was 7 years old. The way that the house kind of captures that part of my life is really important. It's something I want to bring to my children as well. I'm Carli.
And I'm Lucas, and we're the owners of this house.
I think because the block that we were on is so small, we needed to have architects that could stretch the limits of our imagination and stretch the limits of what the council would allow us to do to maximise our space, but also to get a beautiful outcome.
Anna and Toby were really great for us as a match because they're a husband and wife team also, and their kids are about 10 years older than ours, so they could see the future a little bit for us.
My name's Anna Nervegna. I am a co-director of Nervegna Reid, and we were co-designers on the project.
I'm Toby Reid. I'm the Reid part of Nervegna Reid.
We just kept calling it the Judo house to each other, and that's how it came to be. The house sits on the Woi Wurrung Country within the city of Yarra. Richmond is a very old suburb. It's full of kind of eclectic mix of Victorian and Edwardian houses and terrace houses and warehousing as well. The brief was to create a family home for the future.
We always wanted to have a house where the kids were, more living with us and not all in sort of separate rooms down a hall. But we also recognise that as they get older, those requirements will change and they probably will want some more privacy and space. So we've got a few options with the front room downstairs and the basement.
Everything's flat, so there's no steps inside the house, or there's a lift that accesses everywhere, so that when the grandparents might live with us in some time in the decades to come, we built a house that is ready for them as well.
The philosophy behind Judo was to have the maximum effect with the most minimal effort. And Toby and I really connected with that idea just in terms of design. How do we achieve the most impact without being so, fiddly or over-designing something?
The height of the ceilings was dictated by the ability of an adult to throw a child over the edge onto the judo mats.
And that's that level of detail that they went into is something that you wouldn't get with an ordinary builder. It was something that Toby and Anna brought that was just very thoughtful around our lifestyle.
In a small house, it's important to have a sense of open and closed and to manipulate that really carefully. We put the sort of areas of different coloured concrete in the ground to kind of demarcate zones without actually putting walls there. We wanted the house to have some mystery in it, like the cubby hole, and make the staircase really interesting, make everything something the kids could also react to as well as adults.
We saw the house as an envelope, and then there was a few gestures within the house, a kitchen dining room that flowed into the living area, an entrance without any walls. My favourite part of the property is the outlook that the kitchen gets towards the street and that screen, how it functions.
When it's lighter inside at night time, people can see in, so we have our block-out curtains for that. But during the day, when the curtains are open, we can see everyone out and they can't see in. So the sunshine's there, you're connected to the street, you see all your neighbours, you get these beautiful patterns on the floor, on the walls, the bathrooms. That's really nice.
Sustainability was part of the brief. What we were thoughtful around with the electrification of everything was the time of day that we could run appliances. And so the automation is a way towards that. And we can do that remotely on our mobile phones by having sort of some of these smart appliances there.
We got rid of all gas, we got rid of air conditioning. We've got hydronic heating in the slab run by solar and the air water heat pump, and it's fly ash concrete. We've got your standard bulk insulation plus an extra layer of very condensed polysiliconate. It just sort of really increased the air tightness of the whole project, which we got a very good air tightness rating. The staircase behind us, that also works as a kind of stacked ventilation. So in the summer, it sucks the hot air up out of the house and it draws in the cool air from the basement. It's not exactly passive house, but we're using those principles as much as possible.
I think that Anna and Toby were very practical with their solutions as well. And, they have obviously an eye for design that neither Lucas or I possess, that, we trusted and felt comfortable with. And we've been just delighted with everything that they've brought to the table in the house. It's just turned out so fantastic. So we're really thrilled.